What's good, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Weekly Outlook. So in the recent video, we discussed that we can see some bullish movement on XXX USD pairs, and after that, overall direction is assumed to be bearish, right? And in this week, we have got to see the exact price action. We saw prices heading higher. After that, we pulled back down, and this happened with pretty much everything as we aligned, right? And about DXY, as we mentioned in the previous video, I'm expecting this trend line to breach, irrespective of we break this or just fake this out, but we have to breach this trend line. So currently looking at the price action, what can we expect in this particular week? We'll quickly discuss that. So to start off with DXY, we have comfortably closed above previous week's range, right? Which indicates that this week could be potentially bullish again. And if I talk about daily time frame, we have very well swept all the liquidity, all the necessary liquidity on Thursday, and after that we have closed bullish, right, on Friday. So might be some retest again, but overall I think we are heading higher to test one of these supply zones at 104 odd levels. Right after this, now let's take a quick look at gold. Now what's happening is during NFP we saw a very bullish move, right? And if at all the low was protected, we could have seen some bullish rally, but we did not get that, and we continue to drop lower and lower. Now we are at a very crucial point. So if we fail to hold this particular levels, especially the low of 1892.93, then we can expect a breakdown at least until a fake out of 1885. What I'm assuming is maybe if at all we don't protect that, our next reaction would be below this low, wherein we just tap, breach it, and maybe then aggressively reverse back up. Now, but this is where it will be entirely dependent on time and the price action itself, right? So my bias is very simple. Based on the current price action, it doesn't really look like we are ready to be bullish, right? Because we have been grabbing all the previous high. We have been making all this bearish down move weak potentially, but there is no conviction yet in the prices to form a bottom. Now, I would for me, the ideal condition would be to go below at least this low and then maybe create a bottom, because this doesn't look very healthy for price to give its all-time highs. So that's pretty much my assumption. We will continue this week. We will continue bearish, maybe see a straight downfall until this point, and then maybe a reversal on the upside. Could be a bottom or could be just a pullback, depends on the time. But overall, I will only be looking for short positions, and if at all some price action changes or if there is some potential reversal that I see, make sure you guys are following me on Twitter and Telegram, so I'll keep you guys posted about it. Now let's switch to Euro USD. On a weekly time frame, pretty much moved exactly how we anticipated, right? So we got some bullish move in the previous week, and which continued to be lower. And now, based on a daily time frame, we have closed bearish clearly, and I don't think so these levels they can hold prices, because we have pretty much filled this 4-hour imbalance, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 4-hour imbalance, and then we have continued lower. So what I think is we can expect a clean drop, maybe some liquidity grab from here, and then we can see a potential reversal from this zone itself. So very similar to gold, and of course you can expect some minor pullbacks from this zone, but I am expecting the proper reversal, the proper continuation of the bullish rally from this particular demand zone. So again, overall it's a bearish week in my opinion, and you can potentially short from these levels. again, if at all you get prices at that particular level again. Now we have GBPUSD. So GBPUSD again pretty much was in line with our expectations, and however, this particular week on GBPUSD was an insider bar if you observe carefully, right? This entire week we did not see a lot of movement and we were pretty much inside the previous week's range, right? So this week could be a wild week. We can have a nice wild move on either side. If I go on a daily time frame, uh, we have got liquidity from the buy side, right? Filled the imbalance as well, which is right here, and then drop back down aggressively. So in this week, what I'm expecting is prices to continue a little lower, maybe stop on this previous swing low, and then show some signs of possible reversal on the upside. So here again, you can short from these levels and expect a continuation below. Let's take a quick look on AUDUSD. So AUDUSD did not go as expected. I expected prices to be bullish and at least try to test one of these supply zones from the previous week, but we did not. We in fact just had a small pullback and continued lower. So this is showing deep signs of bearishness, and we can expect prices to continue again lower into these demand zones, or maybe even lower after stop hunting the previous swing low. That's too hopeful maybe, but at least we can expect prices to start trading below this particular low, and from these levels you can expect some sort of a reaction on the upside. Depending on that, we can say whether or not it's a reversal or just a pullback, just a lower high being formed to continue making lower lows. So currently on AUDUSD, what you could do is we have a nice supply zone right from there here, so we can easily short again from here and target lower prices. Now finally we have GBP CAD. No, so the reason why I've picked this pair, it's a special pair which I am expecting to have a nice bullish momentum. So let's take a quick look at this one. So currently what we have been doing is, you can see clearly we have a very aggressive bullish trend, right? And I'm expecting prices to easily breach above this. However, for safer side, we'll target only the previous high. Now let's drop on a daily time frame and see what's happening. Oh, before that, observe one more thing. This was the previous bullish candle on a weekly time frame, and uh, notice the fact that we never closed below it, right? We never closed below that candle's low, which is showing that the buyers in this particular currency, they are very much interested in protecting premium prices, and they are hopeful of even more higher prices on this one. Now let's drop on a daily time frame and see what's happening. So on a daily time frame, my last range that we have created was from this low to the higher high, which is here. We tested that particular previous supply zone on a weekly time frame, which was right here, and then we drop back down into discounted zones. Now after dropping back down into discounted zones, I remember I had given a sell in the private community from here targeting these levels, but we never got one, right? And of course we never even hit my stop loss. But after that, what happened is we just kept going sideways, grab liquidity, and again we have tried to attempt a higher low in the market. Now there's no potential candle close above this, but however, assuming two things, that the previous week has also closed as an insider bar, sorry, right inside the range of the previous candle's high, but we have closed higher, right? So my bias is this week could potentially be a very heavy momentum on this one, and we can expect prices to be higher than this, but for safety we can target this or maybe somewhere around these levels. Right, so now let's drop down into two possibilities which could play out. So number one is this. Now currently prices are of course here, and what we want is prices to pull back a little, because this is a clearly this was our last range. We broke on the upside and currently we are at discounted price zone. So unless and until this low is protected, we can look for some positions to be made, right? Of course, expect some more discounted price levels on this one. On a 1 hour time frame, you can expect a breach of this low, so easily you will get prices around this level. And the other zone that I'm interested in is again on the daily time frame. Right here, the imbalance. So now what I'm expecting is price to come back into this, something like this, stop us below the daily imbalance. Let's drop on a 4-hour time frame. Based on some lower time frame, you can adjust your stop loss accordingly. So here there's not enough. So this is 30 minutes imbalance fill. Yeah, so you can expect prices to tap into your daily imbalance, and then based on reactions you can enter accordingly and definitely target this high at least. So it's a very beautiful risk to reward ratio. It's a very beautiful trade as well. So I hope you also make the best use out of it. And yeah, if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up button. We are also now a family of 1,000 subscribers. I'm super grateful about that. It's been what, less than 1 year we started, and I remember we hit 100 subscribers, and I was like, at least by the end of year we should be around 1,000 or so. And I'm glad we hit the target.
So please,
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting always. And share it with your friends. Make sure if you have any doubts, feel free to comment below. And yeah, thank you so much again.